Okay, taking Prof. What's your reaction to, in the court of Mr. Justice Peter Lifu, who directed INEC, to deregister 5 political parties, including the African Democratic Congress, ADC, against all known legal precedents, conventions, electoral act, constitution, and all of those? What's your response?
This is nothing but judicial banditry. How can the NJC, National Judiciary Council, allow judges to go rogue? They have no right. The judiciary has no right to determine our democracy. Understand there is a subsisting order by a higher court to stop this until it hears the case in October. But all of a sudden, this guy comes from the back door and delivers a judgment. There are insinuations, serious worrying concerning insinuations that this judgment was given to him by the executive. And I'm shocked. And the Attorney General of the Federation should be ashamed of yourself to be involved in this, robbing to go and truncate democracy. Fighting. And INEC is up. What was their distance? What is the argument? The argument is that any party that does not win at least a seat in the National Assembly and the State Assembly should be delisted. Hello. The ADC, even before this coalition, had already won 2 seats in Kogi House of Assembly.
So House of Reps.
So House of Reps and 1 House of Assembly. Yes. So what is their argument? So if they say decamp, if they say because those elected decamped from the party, hello, more than 25 members of the National Assembly already decamped to the ADC. So what is their argument? I mean, this is nothing but political rascality and judicial banditry. They think, the judiciary and the executive think, we are just fools, Nigerians will just sit down and watch them do this. They need to be very careful. I have never seen, and I've said it again and again in this medium and many other, I've never seen a more reckless president than this, allowing all of this to happen. At a time like this, when this country is on tenterhook, people are not happy with this presidency, they've done the mass. You see, there is no legal pathway for them. If there's going to be a free and fair election, there's not going to be a pathway for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to come back in 2027. So all they are doing is they're all panicking. And Nigerians should ask themselves, a president or a party that say they have 31 out of 36 governors in their pockets. So many members of National Assembly in their pockets. Why are they panicking? Why are they panicking? All we are saying is allow the people, allow citizens to decide on in 2027 who becomes their leader. But all this they are doing, they are playing with fire. And I want to be on record. They've been warned several times, but I want to be on record. They need to be very, very careful. Very careful. They are going to cause a lot of problems in this country. What Nigerians need to know, their recklessness is informed by many of those people in government own the second passport. They have a shared allegiance to another country. They think they will destroy this country and hop on a plane and run away and leave this country burning. The people, this country was not just built, we all climbed on the shoulders of those before us. People that fought for this country, people that bled for this country. And you think everybody is going to sit down and allow these people to destroy this country because we gave them a contract for 4 years that they have failed? So I am cautioning them, I'm calling them to be very, very, very careful. They are playing with fire, they are playing with tiger's tail. The silence of the people should worry them. Should worry them. They should allow the space for everybody to have a choice to decide to choose whoever he wants. End of story. That's what democracy is. That's what democracy is. I'm really angry, and my anger will be transmitted as we get along and we talk to people. Nobody is going to allow this nonsense. The judiciary needs to be very, very careful. As it is, they've down. We have seen how a minister is giving them, building them houses, giving them cars, giving them plots of land, and we think our judiciary is independent. This is not the judiciary we grew up with. I mean, jumping the national judiciary, is it Judicial Council, should step in and save their noble profession from this rascality, from this banditry, and from these rogue judges that get procured judgment. This is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. And the president and his team need to be very careful. They are playing with fire. People are at the top. They are on their last nerve. They weren't. We've said it because our duty and responsibility to speak up, and we'll continue to speak up, and we're not going to allow that. We are not. We're not.
You referenced the fact that a superior court, the Court of Appeal, a 3-man panel sat May 22nd this year, 2026, and restrained Judge Peter Lifu, who gave this judgment, and said, wait a minute, just stop right there. Don't, because it was obvious to them, apparently, that this guy was up to something no good. So they said, just wait a minute. We would hear this matter, the substantive suit, October. How did this guy?
It is the executive, it is the APC that is engineering all of this. Say no more. He's just a pawn. And the National Judiciary Council should step in and penalize this rogue judge. It's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. They're going to set this country on fire.
Sir, are you saying to the world that in this Nigeria today we have arrived at the juncture where a judge, a lower court officer can disobey a higher court, right, and go rogue?
Right. And this is exactly what we are seeing. There is a loss of independence of the judiciary. Not only that, they are losing the credibility and trust of the people. Recently, 9 Northern elders, academics, and Professor Gambari, Bugaje, Professor Jiga wrote a paper raising the alarm about the state of the nation. One of the biggest things they raise is that there's loss of independence of the two arms of government. The executive arm of government has them all in their pockets.
Both the legislature,
the legislature, the National Assembly that's supposed to check the executive. They're doing nothing. The judiciary that is supposed to, they're doing nothing. So he has nothing. And this is exactly what we are seeing. That is why they say, oh, whatever they do, whatever shenanigans they do, they say, go to court. I heard there's a saying that credited to former President Jonathan, that if somebody tells you he does something wrong and say go to court, his brother is the judge. But this is what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu always says: go to court. We will do whatever we're going to do. Go to court. We already have the courts in our pockets. This is dangerous. It's not going to. It's not sustainable. This rascality, executive and judicial rascality, cannot stand. All they want to do is to stifle democracy and reduce the choices for people. But I have news for them. ADC will be on the ticket in 2027. It is going to be on the ticket, on the ballot in 2027. And President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will lose this election. And the things they are doing is making them increasingly unpopular. And they are doing this all because they are nervous. A very confident leader that says he has 30 whatever state governors and so many number of this thing will allow the space. The more you do, the better for me. They are nervous because of what they have put this country through. But it is tragic that our judiciary and our National Assembly, and I've castigated our National Assembly over the years. I've said they are a do-nothing National Assembly that have not represented the people, their constituents, all across. And now the judiciary is showing this. This is a big shame. We know the judiciary we grew. We have friends in high office in the judicial system. This is not how they were trained. This is not how they were mentored. Who are these young judges doing all this rascality at the behest of the executive? This is a shame. I have news for all of them. This is not going to stand. ADC and all the other parties will stand the election. They will be on the ballot in 2027. Whatever they do, if they do anything differently, there will be trouble in this country. I want Nigerians to know, many of the people in this government, they have a second passport. They think they will leave this country, set this country on fire and run away. It's not going to happen. They are so selfish, they are so reckless. I've never seen a more reckless government than this, doing this. As if this country, we are all your spoils of war. People voted you in, and they have every right to vote you out if they are not happy with you. And that we will do come 2027. ADC, Accord Party, Zenith Labour Party, and all the other parties will be on the ballot. If you have better things to tell Nigerians, go sell your wares and let Nigerians vote you in. That's what democracy is. End of story.
A curious dimension to this was the Attorney General of the Federation, Alhaji Lateef Fagbemi, who is meant to ordinarily be a defendant in the case, turned around to become, a co-plaintiff. How do you respond to this?
It's sad. I'm really, I've had people that know him. He's a good, decent man, an SAN, a man of faith. For him to be allowed to be used this way, I always raise my hands and say, God Almighty, do not put me in any situation, any position. I cannot speak the truth. He earned the SAN. It's allowing politicians to mess that up. He's better than that. That's all I have to say.
The the looming elephant that cannot be, ignored is that even the other four were just, put the actual party that was targeted is the ADC.
Absolutely.
Because of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. How do you respond to this?
And these people, the APC and their apologists, they don't know who Atiku Abubakar is. He's an old horse of veteran of politics. When he was doing his politics with Shehu Eradua, where was Ashwaju? He, Abiola, and Shehu Eradua, where was Ashwaju? Ashwaju knows his value, and he knows Atiku Abubakar is a formidable foe when it comes to politics. But let me tell you the optics that's playing out, and they need to be very careful. That all these shenanigans they're doing is going after a Muslim northerner. Trying to eliminate a Muslim northerner from contesting in 2027. This is the narrative that's going around. Everybody has the right to contest. All you're after is, I don't want northerner there. Why? And people should understand. The bulk of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's vote came from the north, 62%, Muslim north. So here you are, a Muslim northern candidate is coming. He will, in a presidency that has not been kind to people that voted him in, you're not going to get those votes. The Southeast, forget about it. Peter Obi will get it. The Northern Christians, Peter Obi will get it. Even in the Southwest, Lagos, he will still lose it if there is a free and fair election. He's not going to win Osun State. So even the Southwest, he will win only 4 out of 6 states. They are in panic mode. They truly are in panic mode. And they think if they edge the ADC and they don't give people choice, especially people in the North, the choice is only between Peter Obi and him, or people in the North will, without a choice, just go and vote him or not vote at all. This is their calculation.
You think so?
Oh yeah. No, this is their calculation. They've done all this. They are just throwing this now. They've done all these calculations before this. They are throwing it, and this is their modus operandi of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. throws things in and sees how people respond. If there is no pushback, they push, they push, they push. We're not stupid. People need to be given, and people demand, and it's a right of people to have choices. If you want to play the ethnic, the religious, like they did, then go and play it. But it's the right of people to go and choose whoever they want to choose. You cannot restrict the choice of people. You cannot. So they are afraid of Atiku Abubakar, and he knows. He knows Atiku Abubakar is a formidable political foe, and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will lose the Muslim votes in the north that brought him to power. He will still lose Lagos, he will still lose the southeast, he will lose Oshun if Farak Bashola is there. So where is he going to get the votes? Where? The wife is busy running around scooping votes from Christian notes. They won't vote for you. The son is running around city boys, disconnected from realities of our people. You are dancing when our people are in the forest, under your father, when our people are hungry. You're dancing, city boys, disconnected from daily realities of our people. All across this country, people are hungry. And you think rise when the time for election comes. So, yeah, they are afraid that their target is not the party itself, but the